The love topic is something I was interested in, but I think yeah, it's about love. But they in the beginning of the film, they lost it. They lost it a bit. They lost each other, and yeah, for sure during the film they find each other. In the beginning, I was very much interested in that genre, like doing a comedy was something that I had in mind, and but I found out while writing the script, yeah, I found out that that the comedy only works when you have when a real drama is going on, and still I found it too simple to make just a comedy, and so. A lot of things I think that you laugh about in the end come out of the drama or out of the desperation of the characters. But during writing, yeah, I really tried to be funny in the script, but while we were shooting the film, we lost it a little bit, or it was not our focus so much, because we tried to concentrate on the real emotions, on the drama that's going on between the two. It was interesting because the most difficult scenes were those scenes where it was really written in the script, today this scene definitely has to be funny. So this was always the day when we were walking to the set and saying, oh God, are we really funny today? So scenes for example, when Toni suddenly appears in the restaurant was really a tough scene to shoot, because sometimes while shooting it doesn't feel funny, so, or you don't feel funny, and so it was really a lot of work, and for Peter it was really a very thin line he had to walk, because as an actor he could have been much more bigger Toni like he was in the film, but he had to play Winfried, and Winfried is a real person who plays Toni and who plays a comedy for his daughter, and he's not an actor. So this, I think a lot of comic elements or comedy comes out from the fact that he's playing something but he's not a real actor, and he had to hide in a way that he's actually a good actor. For me, both of them want to get rid of a certain role they have played over the years, or they have achieved over the years, or a certain role they have in that construction of that family. So, and that's why Winfried is inventing this Toni, because he says, hey, okay, here's another version of me, and maybe we can start new. And also for Ines, also she's also very much into that thing of she has a role in her job, she's playing a role, even the daughter is a role, the girlfriend is a role, so she's almost never herself. So for her it's also a process to find herself. I don't see them like actors in a way, but I think yeah, Ines, for her, I mean, especially for her job as a consultant, that's why I chose her job, is that she's there's a lot of performance involved. She has to sell something, and I think the problem between the two is that she kind of she drags that role she plays in the job too much in the private life, and this is something that the father is irritated about or annoyed about, because he knows her very well and very long, and so I think the moment he appears, it's not so easy for her anymore to just be that Ines Conradi that she invented for her job or for her life there. So, and also him, he's he's also, actually he also, this father role for him is also a prison in a way, because he suppresses a lot of aggressions and also non-fatherly feelings he has towards her, because on the political side they are very much apart from each other, and so with Toni, yeah, he chooses a role, and actually you could say maybe he hides in that, but in another way the communication gets much more, I think, much more direct, much more honest. For me, Winfried belongs to generation in Germany who wanted to make sure that something like the Nationalsozialismus will never happen again, and he had a very strong conflict with the generation before. This is something that in a way, when you see his mother, for me is also something like the birth of his humor. So there was a strong enemy for him, but today for his daughter, his way of seeing the world got too simple, although all the things he gave her, like he made her, I mean, very self-conscious, and he sent her out of the world. Now all this turned into the opposite, or in a way against him, because his daughter now chose a job that he would be definitely against, and or who's like close to something that he's very suspicious about politically. And for her, yeah, it's not so easy to see the world like him, because it got too complicated. And yeah, I think both of them don't have an answer, and I was interested in opposing these two positions to each other. I was interested in that, like, in making something that feels bigger than life, but it still should be possible that it could happen. So, because sometimes bigger than life is when you say, no, I don't believe that anymore. So, yeah, we worked together with the actors. We worked a lot on these little moments that are like maybe before something big or off happens, like for example the singing of Whitney Houston. It was, yeah, interesting to work on those moments before that made possible that you believe that she's doing it. So, and yeah, but it was good for me, because this Toni, he opened a door, and he also opened a door for me out of the realism of the film, which is the actual law of the film in a way. With Toni, suddenly I could let everything happen.